Okay, hello to the group. John Sturr here in Holiday, Utah. I want to talk something a little different today. I want to talk about YouTube and being successful in YouTube. And I think I figured it out. So just being upfront, I am not monetized yet. I am, as I look at my subscriber list, I have 795 subscribers. I need 1,000. And I have 3,291 watch hours. And I need 4,000. I've been doing this for 18 months. I've originally had my YouTube channel since I think 2012. And then they changed some things 3, 4, 5 years ago to where you needed to meet these requirements in order to get monetized. So I am working on that. I've been watching the videos about how to get monetized and the secret sauce and the titles of everything, and the screen capture of the front facing, welcoming screen when you're clicking and different stuff. And here's what I figured out. If you want to be successful on the YouTube, you are at the mercy of YouTube. Full stop. You are at the mercy of your viewers. Full stop. And you are at the mercy of the content you are producing. Those three things need to come together. So when I do my YouTube videos, I do them all in one take. That's it. I don't have multiple cameras. I'm pretty granular. That's what I like to do. I like to get it one and done. I could add some more production and different things, but I'm trying to let the content, my content, what I want to share, which is unbiased. Well, it's biased in terms of my viewpoint, right? I want to let that drive people to see what I'm doing and to see I'm truthful and it's not all hocus pocus and yada yada. I only have one sponsor, and that was a minor sponsor for the knives that I got. So what am I getting at here? Okay. So when I publish a video on YouTube, if I get 100 views, that's pretty good. If I get 4,000 views, it's pretty rare. That's even better, right? Usually, what happens is you publish a video, and then if YouTube latches onto it, you get about 3 or 4 days of marketing from YouTube to make that popular. And then people see it, and what do they have to do? They have to click on it. They have to watch it. They have to know who John Sturr is and think to themselves, yeah, he's got some pretty good content. I'm going to click on it. And then they have to click on it. So usually when I look at my stuff, as I'm looking right here on my screen, if I get 100 views, that's good stuff. Some of my best videos I think of maybe get 30 or 40 views, which is weird. The one I did on my watch that I'm wearing got 1,178 views. That was a couple months ago. And then the one I did on the Abu Garcia Xenon SP spinning reel got 3,000 views. Okay, so what am I getting at here? You're at the okay. If you want to be successful on the YouTube, I think you have to do a few things. You have to make content and publish content constantly to get into the YouTube the wheelhouse, so that YouTube can see, hey, he's active, he might be worth something. Let's publish it. Let's publish it and see where it goes. Not publish it. Let's push it and see where it goes, and see if people click on it. A lot of times, though, people will search for my stuff. I'll publish a video. I did one on boots, and it didn't get any views. And all of a sudden, people started searching for these because maybe they're buying boots because it's the time of the year, and they saw my video, and now it's kind of rocketed. So you gotta publish your stuff. You gotta have great, halfway decent sound with mics and different things, or be in a quiet place. I'm using the mic on the iPhone right now. and then you got to see what happens. Or you got to, so I publish on three things: pencils, fishing equipment, and cameras. And it's interesting because my camera stuff on the Nikon 1-inch sensor series cameras it's crazy popular. People are searching for that stuff left and right. And I think I only have 3 videos on that, and it has thousands of views. Kind of a mind blower. My pencil stuff on pencils, I'm just a pencil weirdo. You can see right up here all of my pencils. No one is really interested in pencils. Very few. If I get 100 views on a pencil review, that's kind of a big deal. If I get thousands, that's just mind blower. And then my fishing gear, my fishing equipment videos, because I'm interested in the fishing gear, so I want to share my thoughts, and it's kind of a niche thing. Hey, it is what it is. Those are my interests, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to publish something on finance. If you want to get a lot of views, do some stuff on finance. If you have the wherewithal, about taxes, about making money, about whatever. And the returns on those thoughts are really good. So my hope is, through my publishing of this, is to get monetized and hopefully have a video that blows up for some reason. For some reason, whether my titles or whatever are some advertising for people to click and see who I am and what I'm representing. Oh, here's another thing that I've found. If you're a female and you're halfway attractive, which most females are, sometimes in their own way, sometimes physically, YouTube is your oyster. Because about 98 to 99% of my viewership is male. I have no idea what that's all about. Maybe females just don't watch YouTube very much. I don't know. Or maybe they're just not into fishing. That's true too. So, okay. So my goal for the whole YouTube channel is to make $300 to $500 a month. That is it. That's all I want. $300 to $500 a month to make a partial car payment, so that I can be getting clicks at 3 a.m. while I'm sleeping, and somehow make some money enough to pay some bills. That's all I want, especially when I'm going to be retired in 10 years or something. So I'm babbling, but I think this is really good info for someone just starting out on the YouTube, that you're at the qualms of, if that's even a word, I don't know. It sounded good though. You're at YouTube's beckoning call to push your products or your videos. And if you have good content, good sound, and are halfway decent, you can go far. I will say the one trump to that is, I saw a video on the mob guy, the Teflon Don, of his old house that he used to live in. And this guy shot this video on his phone. It was probably the worst produced video I've ever seen, ever. And it had like 4 or 5 million views. And it reminded me that sometimes the curiosity and the content, overshadows the need for decent technical production. Because there was no production. The sound was horrible. It was just but I clicked on it, right? And I think I clicked on it because I saw it had a bazillion views. I was like, okay, what is it? So anyway, I'm babbling again. But so if you're starting out on the YouTube, the number one, and I'm talking like my channel's monetized. I might not be monetized for another year. Who knows? Because I need the watch hours and the subscriptions. And the subscriptions are kind of hard to get, because someone has to say, yeah, this guy's good. This guy kind of knows what he's doing. I want to see what he's going to do next. That is huge. So getting back to what I was saying before, if you're starting out on the YouTube You got to make content all the time. And what does that mean? At least once a week, once every 2 weeks. You can't do something every 3 or 4 months, because then YouTube says, well, yeah, we're not going to pay much attention to this guy. We're not going to pick his videos and push them to the either the user base or the subscription base or whatever. Well, I guess they would push to the subscription base because you're subscribed. So those are my thoughts. I'm hoping to be monetized in, I don't know, 3 or 4 months, but I got to keep producing content. I got to keep talking about stuff, and I got to talk about things that are halfway interesting and thought-provoking, and for those people that want to engage and see what I'm talking about. And I'm not trying, but I am staying to the truth of the subject and not being all hype related about things. And I'm not selling anything. I'm just telling you how it is. And that is what I'm living by with my presentation and everything else. Yeah, that's the goal. That's the main goal for me, is to share my thoughts and to share some products and some things that are like, holy cow, check this out. This is really cool. Look at this. Or these are my thoughts. And that's kind of where I'm at. So I should have done this 10 years ago. It would have been a whole lot easier. So, okay, that is the YouTube update. Let me know in your thoughts or in your comments if you think I'm out to lunch, maybe I am, or if you have any other tips. If you're a big successful YouTuber and you happen to see this and you think I'm on the right track, yeah. And you got to be careful out there, because there are people out there publishing videos about how to get subscribers, how to buy subscribers, how to blah, 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 blah. And from what I understand, that just doesn't work. That you'll get flagged and your whole YouTube journey comes crashing down. I imagine rightly so, because it's telling YouTube you're cheating. I was in the Army for a while, and we always said, if you're not cheating, you're not trying. Those were the Army days. And I think it was kind of joking around, but yeah, I'm not gonna cheat on the YouTube. So, all right, I was babbling, and I'm going on 13 minutes, which is pretty long for me. And I'm also thinking about moving to a longer form type YouTube filming when I'm fishing or trying out gear, because I'm looking at my stats. It seems like the long form videos, for whatever the reason, when I'm out there in a pond, throwing my fishing lures out there and reeling them up and not catching any fish, I'm not like Roland Martin and those guys catching fish all the time. Most of the time I don't catch nothing. They get a lot of views. I'm a marketing guy. Got my degree in marketing, and this is all a great marketing experience. If you're an instructor out there teaching marketing, have your students start a YouTube channel and try to make it successful. If it's a successful experience, they'll make money and they'll learn a lot about marketing, because it is a crapshoot. You don't know what your audience is going to do. Kind of like Coca-Cola. I'm going on and on here. Coca-Cola in 1985 changed the formula to their Coke product, right? And they didn't realize how much of a success this whole experience was going to be. They changed the formula to their Coke. Everyone went crazy. Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? The new Coke was a big failure. They brought the old Coke back, and then they rocketed up in sales because the consumer was like, oh my gosh, the old Coke is back, blah, blah, blah. And now I think they're still #1 in the world for sodas because of that whole Coca-Cola fiasco, which almost sealed their fate. I'm hoping Jeep can do the same thing right now, because Jeep's in a lot of trouble. but that's a whole nother story. So even though you may know your audience and you may know kind of what you're doing, it's sometimes a real mystery and nobody knows. You never know what the consumer's going to do, how the consumer talks about your product. So I'm hoping I've got a good product. I'm trying to use the numbers to tell me if I have a good product, and the numbers are creeping up more and more as people kind of discover what I'm doing, what I'm talking about. And I hope it all comes together. I hope I have a great moment where YouTube will push my content, people will see it, and then there'll be a customer. Okay. I hope this was worth something. I really do. If it is, please tell me so. If it wasn't, tell me so also, so I can adjust and shift fire, as we'd say in the Army. Okay. Cheers.